All right. Hey everyone, it's Elliot Cannon, Misha the Sled Dog. If you're an old school Unreal Tournament player, fan, mapper, and so what I wanted to do for this video is go over CTF November, but instead, as you can tell, without having a webcam, I'm on my gaming rig, and I got the 469E patch on here so I can run this in 4K, and we're just going to load the map up here with no bots in it, so we can talk about the geometry, and the architecture, and that kind of stuff. Not as much war stories and history lessons and what this one guy did and all that kind of junk. Let's talk about the map, right? So this is really kind of more of a conversation for mappers. So let's go ahead and get into the map. Now I'm on blue. I always play blue, so don't think it's anything that blue's got favoritism. But let's just start in this part of the map, and we'll talk about like, well, why did you make it this way, and what's the deal behind it? And one of the first things I think is really, really important that a lot of people do is that capture the flag has been around for a long time. It really started with three-wave capture the flag in Quake, and the developer Zoid was really involved in the software and stuff like that. When we started making capture the flag for Unreal Tournament, which I was a huge advocate for because I wanted it to be fun. I didn't want to make a bunch of weird game types. We did make a bunch of weird game types anyway, but we're on the Diet Coke tonight. The fun factor was going to be in doing it a little differently, because in Quake World, in three-wave capture the flag, they used a grappling hook. So with the grappling hook, it would shoot out of the Quake 1 character, and you could hold it and be stuck on the ceiling. So you could, a little spot like that, you could grappling hook up there and just stick up there, right? And so when you were done, you could then jump down with people. So you're like Spider-Man with the sticky foot stuff. So we did this Translocator pizza tosser thing, right? And the whole idea behind it was as a teleportation device that you could throw it and it would bounce off stuff because it's an actor, right? And you guys who've played before, you all know this stuff. There's lots of cool tricks you can do with the Translocator. Besides getting up on top of stuff far away, you can thread the needle through little holes. And so this map was designed with, things like this. If you jump down here normally, you're going to go, ugh. I mean, you're going to take some damage, right? But with the Translocator, you could go up there quickly and teleport up there without actually getting hurt. Let's just zip up here a little bit. And I'll just show you. You probably know this already. So this map was designed in Unreal Tournament, not in Unreal 1, right? And then you could, there it goes, then you could teleport. So there's lots of cool tricks you could do with a Translocator that most people never really think about. So besides that, because there's elements all over the place where you can translocate to get to gear and get to weapons and stuff like that, switch back to the Translocator, go somewhere else. There's lots of holes and gaps, like up here, so you can go up here to the stairwell. So there's a lot more thought to how can someone do something cool along the lines of like, let me just go up here and translocate up here if I'm defending. You'll even see the bots. There's nodes in here for the bots to get up here and camp up here. So the geometry has elements to it where you can't jump up here to get these things. You can't get up there high enough. No matter what you do, you should jump and can't get to it. So as a capture the flag map, it needed to have translocator support, right? And so you'll see that the other one, the CTF Command, which is the very last map I made and when I was working at Epic before I left to go work the Collective, has Translocator stuff that's even trickier, like little holes you can throw it down. Now, the theme of the map itself is pretty obvious, right? I built a submarine map way back in the Doom 2 days. I'm going to turn the music down a touch. Even though the music's cool, I'm going to turn it down just a little bit here. Let's just go over here to audio and turn this down. Okay, cause I feel like I'm having to compete with the tunes. The music in the game is awesome. There we go. Now you hear bloopity bloop everywhere. So it was a nuclear submarine pin inspired by like Tom Clancy's Red Storm Rising. I made a map in Doom 2 one time for fun, experimenting because it was sector based to try to get a submarine. Now there's a story behind this submarine. If you don't know what a submarine pin is, a submarine places where it started in World War II with U-boats and things like that, where a submarine can pull into a facility and be completely sheltered from being bombed from above by B-17s and stuff like that. So now in the Hunt for Red October, one of the things you may remember was the submarine, the nuclear submarine that Tom Clancy's taking away, I forgot, Marco Ramius, whatever his name was, had a caterpillar drive, which was this vibrating, mechanical, pulsing drive that could be extremely silent that sounded like a whale. You may remember the scene in the film where Jonesy's listening to it on the headphones, the hydrophones, and stuff like that. So in Unreal, okay, we don't have static meshes like you have in the modern day version of the world. We have meshes like this, right? And as you can see, it's kind of blurry, not real good looking. And this is vertex lit, right? It's not lit the same way that this geometry is lit here with light maps everywhere and shadows being cast and light fixtures and all that kind of crap, right? So all these pickups and stuff in the game and the characters are the actors are meshes, and they're lit differently than geometry is. So because of that, and that means you would have, every time you have an actor that is in the world that's being illuminated, it's not being illuminated the same exact way that the rest of the world would be. It would look goofy and lame. It would be stretched textures, and it just wouldn't look right. That's why I made this submarine. I had a big poly count limit with a 2D shape editor. And so, it's just a series of shapes extruded and rotated and pulled out to represent, a submarine. It's not, for 1998, that's not bad. We end up putting like a little logo on the side of it, which has no significance or trivia to it whatsoever, unless whoever made the texture decided to do that. But that was why we put this here. So the idea was that you've got this U-boat / nuclear submarine, pin. It's got lights underneath it. The big doors are down at the end, so the doors would lift up if it was going to leave. I wonder why the ambient sounds are not working. That's weird. I wonder if they did this 463 patch, they changed some ambient code. So those are going to be doors. Blue flag for one side and red flag for the other. So if you're going to have a Misha sled dog map, it's got to have structure everywhere, right? So you have lots of concrete blocks, at least massive blocks. They're a little bit out of scale for a regular, 8-inch by 8-inch by 16-inch CMU unit, and if you know anything about architecture and building construction. But I built this huge, massive cast-in-place concrete frame, and this is a big, cast-in-place concrete barrel vault. But keep the polygon count really low, which made the 2D ship editor and extract it out. So when I started making a map, I started here, and then I dorked around with trying to build the submarine to be pretty cool, and knowing there was going to need to be like, a way to get up and then a way to get down on the other side that I don't want it to be symmetrical. So these are supposed to feel like little ramps that were there at the dock that they could slide up and attach, so that maybe they would have missile silos up here and load the submarine from this side, with one side being the front, which is this part over here. So now you have this texture set that you've probably never seen before, which has all this concrete, and it's not super high resolution. It doesn't really have a very good detail texture. If you've ever seen the doors in Chisra has a great, the gold doors, they have a great detail texture. These do not. So this is a mass texture, and the fire engine's running way too fast because the modern day game engines are in graphics card. This is running at like 5,000 frames faster than it should be. So we got these plywood textures too. So this texture set, there's a little bit of color is in here from some places for fun. Like there's no real reason for there to be a blue light in here, right? That's because I kind of wanted you to be like, oh yeah, I started here and this is the blue base. So a little gamification with that kind of crap. Other light fixtures are, kind of like incandescent lights versus fluorescent lights. It's the same exact little basic little block. And sometimes you have little frames connecting things. I didn't really want the map to become a frame rate issue. I wanted to keep it fast moving. I wanted people to have places where they could jump and get up on things and get armor and teleport around and do all this kind of whoop-de-doo business. Okay, let's go back to the upper level. We talked about the sub pin. Why did I choose to do these staircase? For me, there is a skill in deathmatching where you come into an area and you need to make sure that you can fight and use armor and use the line of sight to protect yourself while you're trying to manage the assets that are in the game map for you to jump around and grab. Make sure you got the power-ups, right? So stairs. Now normally, and you saw me do this a few minutes ago. Hey, look, check out the details. I'll screw it up. People run up the stairs and they looking this way and they're running up the stairs, looking this way and they're running up the stairs. Now how many times have you seen in a movie where the dudes are up above and they're looking at someone going down the stairs, right? And they're bombing them from above, and he's got these big gaps here. So if someone has escaped your defenses and you're wigging out and someone's running up the stairs, you can bomb this open area of the stair and try to hit them. If the person is really smart and they're using the stairs for cover, they can actually bomb and thread the needle here. You have all kinds of threats happening. Someone will come running in this way if you're defending. People that have jumped up here to get resources. The bots will even, translocate up into this little machine gun pin. We'll talk about the machine gun stuff in a minute here. Let's just switch to some weapons here. So the stairs are made this kind of weird way to be part of the serpentine movement of making a decision of when do I stop focusing on who's chasing me as I'm going up for the blue flag to when do I need to start thinking upwards about where the defenders and camper protectors might be. So if you're a camper and you're up here defending the flag and you're bored, you want to be able to see people coming, you're over here bombing. You can bomb and you can splash, but you don't see anyone till they're about here, right? And so if you go down to here, you still can't really see what's going on, but you can hear it. So you can hear all the fighting. So you might be here, and you might be like, shit, I'm just going to start bombing stuff against the wall and see where it goes, be able to hit someone. And how many times have you had fights in this area, and this tight area, there's enough room to use the other stair as protection. There's enough room for you to escape and get out of there really quickly. And so it makes for a really fast-paced kind of movement. So that was the main reason why I did the stairs this way. I wanted to start off with people are pursuing you, they're trying to cut you off, they're trying to catch up to you, but you have the ability to back and defend yourself and use this for part of your fight, right? And of course, you can always make these simple jumps. They aren't really hard to do either. You can translocate up here or just run up here, whatever you want to do. All right, let's go up to the top defending area for the blue flag and talk about that for a minute. And you could go up this way or whatever you want to do. So I love the columns and beams thing. I always try to put trim everywhere, make sure it looks right, and make sure the textures go around the corner, that this is a block and this is a block, as best we can. These are big blocks. They're like ridiculous in size because it's kind of science fiction-y. It's not really real. Changing textures here, a little bit of trim piece. These, to make sure they don't get coplanar and start Z-fighting, that's why they're bolted on to create a frame for a platform for you to go here and grab the flag. So I'm defending, so it won't pick it up for me. A little bit of my favorite skybox. I told you I love this thing. I put like this big star out there, and you've got the cloud moving by with a stretch texture. You got some lights up here with a little, electrical light sound for these lights here. A little bit of blue, not too much. Green bloopy business that's, ow, ow, ow. So that's always fun because it makes it tricky. So when someone's coming up here, and if they're not translocating, there are shortcuts, so you can jump like this, right? So someone can grab the flag like this, they can use the column to fight for a second, and then they can jump back over here, and then you got the pickup over here to get. This has got like an echo zone filter on it, so you get a bit of loud, repeating kind of sound in here. You hear the sound repeating a little bit? So it doesn't sound good in the modern day, but back then it was neat. You got armor here, so people defending can stay pretty armored up. They don't have to. They get bored camping and wait for something cool to happen. They go get the armor. They don't go down to get the shield belt. They can get the 200% health or the 100% health, whatever it was. I think it's 100. It's been a while. Get a couple of armor pieces over here, and then maybe keep an eye on what's going on here. But it's kind of blind. Like by the time someone comes up here, there's usually a big fight in this area or this area here, and it makes it really interesting. And you got spawn spots over here. So once someone gets up here, this space felt really great. This was a really good room to fight in, to go for the flag. And if you can get the flag and you're going to go away, you're going to run with it, you're either going to jump over from that way over to this way, you're going to grab the flag and fight, maybe kill someone, and no one's respawned yet, and you want to get the hell out of there. You can't use a translocator because it will drop the flag if you have it. You probably know that unless someone's modded it. Or you could jump down here if you have enough health and take some damage, but you've got armor that'll mitigate some of the damage, and you can start making your getaway, right? Now, you don't really want to do this kind of stuff because you fall in the water, right? There are a couple jumps you can do where you can twist and land on it, but let's go back over here. We're not carrying the flag, so we can talk about some more crap. So if you don't escape that way, then you have to do what we were talking about a few minutes ago with the stairwell, right? So you say you've killed everyone that was trying to get you, you got the flag, and you go, okay, let me just start going down here. I got to be worried about what's going on down here, and I want to do this. I don't have to run out. I mean, you could stay here and hang with the flag until you get control of that shield belt and get control of this. But there's a lot of spawn spots around here, and you're going to have people collapsing on you. So grabbing this here is just an easy step forward. If you need to get more ammo, you can just run forward and go like this and grab this. And this little black spot's great. I mean, these dark spots are fantastic. You can be up here fighting. You just don't want people to splash you because you got a really low ceiling height there, and that's on purpose. It's supposed to feel like I go up here to get stuff, but while I'm getting it, I'm taking a risk. And you've heard me say that many, many times. So you got two escape routes coming from the blue base. You can't really go out these. And that was on purpose. These are supposed to be kind of like machine gun nests, like you see at not D&D, but Normandy in World War II. And so you'd have the minigun ammo here, so someone can long line of sight and start unloading on anyone that's fighting up and down this ramp. You don't really have good line of sight down here, but it's really more to control this, go back and forth, and maybe control this area here. Now, if you play against bots, they will actually translocate through here, which is very funny because they'll run here and tilt up, and they'll look stupid. But you can tell they're going to tilt up. So if you're back over the other area and you see bots that have fought and gotten through and you just spawned, you see bots, you're trying to fight them over here, you see one translocate up here, you know you need to get around here and stop them right away, right? So travel time is really important. And when I made this map, to me, it was really important to make sure that travel times for blue going to red and red going to blue felt equal. Because I do not like symmetrical maps when it's a capture the flag map. I don't mind symmetrical maps when it's a deathmatch map like Morbius. It's just simple. But the grinder's not symmetrical. None of my stuff is symmetrical, right? You want variety of spaces and heights, different ceilings, different ways to move. The level's part of the puzzle, right? All right, so if you're a blue flag runner, there's really no real reason to go down this way at all. I mean, if you get in the water, you just move too slow. This is like a spawn spot, as you saw earlier, more rocket ammo. This is narrow on purpose, so you can be, no one really wants to go in here. I did that on purpose because I didn't want, there's a spawn spot back here. And this is kind of, I mean, you're in a bad spot. You could be splashed to death, but you can just get out here and get out into the action right away. You could also, if you're playing, you got to play Capture Flag with Translocator, you can be here and go up for this super damage ability quickly by just translocate up here. And you get really good at playing, you can end up doing that really quickly, right? So let's just do it like this. Or you can fall in the water like an idiot like me. So you can do stuff like this. Let's go. Whoop. That's not very good. Let's see if we can do that again. I haven't played in 25 years. All right, get that also out there. And again, before we land. And you can stair-step climb if you're very good at it. You can go like this. 1, like 3 or 4 times in a row and get up there. So people who are real pro players can do that easy. I'm screwing up tonight because I'm not very good. Used to be good, not anymore. I'm getting old. But anyway, so talk about gameplay. The Translocator is awesome. There's lots of tricks you can do. Another spawn area over here with these like ballistic missiles. Yay. You know, more ammo here. Like no one's back here fighting ever. This is a really good safe spot. Big crazy shadows as usual, right? You got to have big shadows. There's an actual light source behind this column. That's why you have these big shadows. They're nice and clean looking. They're not all faceted. You have some ambient light that's diffused, making a pattern when you move through here. This is a great little area to kind of swing in when you're fighting. You need to bomb people and shoot people. Move back here real quick and go like that. I mean, depends which weapon you're using, your movement style. But everyone has to run up here, and they can jump from here, easily and get to here. So you don't have to use this little ramp. The bots will use the ramp because they're stupid, right? And that's Steve Pog's fault. But if you're chasing someone, they've gotten ahead of you, they can run this way or they can go translocate. So you have this branch choice for someone going for the blue flag. Let's go up here. There are a lot of little spots like this over here where there's a couple more like health pickup little shard things. There's really no reason to ever go in the water. There's just a set of stairs here for someone to, if they're in here. And this is a nothing. This is an intentional nothing. I was going to do something with this area, and I said, I'm just going to leave it. And it's got a big column that extends all the way down. It's like, I'm not going to do anything with that. Just leave it. It doesn't matter. No one cares. There is this little bit of a gap so you can see in there, right? But no one cares. So here's another one of these machine gun nests. And now you get this branch here where you come around this corner and you can get hung up on this to give you something to pop behind if you're shooting. I don't like to have super clipped corners. In Quake, what the guys would do, they build all their BSP, they build their maps, and then they would put clip brushes everywhere for you to rub up against. I don't mind some spots to be planar like this, where this is a solid and a solid next to each other, butting up against each other, but I want the geometry of the columns to line up. So there'd be situations where this is popped out, right? This is smooth, this is popped out to create a different shadow. So you have like, dark space here with the light up here. And there's all kinds of other nasty little things you can do, right? A little place like this, you can just sit up here and wait for someone to come running by and blow them up. If you're a camper player, there's all kinds of hidey holes like this if you want to really look around for them. You won't see most people do that kind of stuff because they're, you can sit here and just destroy people. facing worlds eat your heart out. Most people don't do that because it's just so fun on Unreal Tournament to run like a spastic. Remember, there's health in here as well as the other shield buff for the other team. This is another one of these machine gun things. Let's just go back to machine gun real quick. Don't you love that? But your machine gun nest versus machine gun nest. So it's okay for this machine gun nest, but it's really designed to cover invaders and defend. More so, the other machine gun nest is really designed to kill people crossing the U-boat, right? So you have a lot of people coming here because it's 2 good health packs, lots of machine gun ammo. There's a number of spawn spots back over here, and this one's kind of weird. Let me talk about this real quick. You got some funky ammo placement in this area on purpose. I always like to sometimes put ammo in maps in spots that you kind of stumble across, but you don't make it a goal. Like you're fighting with the flat cannon or a rocket launcher, and there's just a little bit of rocket launcher ammo here, a little bit of flat cannon ammo here. You know, you aren't going to go here to go get the ammo, but if you're using the weapon, you get tied up in a big fight like this, or you're bombing people, or you're killing stuff, you're trying to ricochet, and you're getting low on ammo, you can just pop around here real quick and get some more ammo. So you can maintain your fight in this area, right? And I think that's something that a lot of people don't do. Most of the time you'll see when I make these kind of maps back in the day that I would put the gun and the ammo for your initial pickup like this, so you have plenty of ammunition, but you wouldn't see me sprinkle a lot of machine gun ammo all over the place. I'd sprinkle ammo for some of the other guns, you know? So we come back down here, you know, we had a little bit of red light because it's a little red, capture the flag team, but not over the top. Just a little bit of red light, hit a little bit of red light on these little lights here. Goofy stacked boxes full of wafer thin, you know, tasty treats or something. Razor Jack is, you know, ricocheting the hell out of everywhere. Razor Jack ammunition here. It's a good weapon if you know how to use it. You know you can surf one of these things. If someone shoots a Razor Jack projectile and you jump just right, you can actually land on top of it, and it'll carry you. But it's not like a move I can do. I'm too old. I'm not a kid anymore. There's another health pickup up here. You guys who play a lot know all this. This is kind of a tricky area because this is the red flag room back in that tunnel, and there's a spawn spot here with a rocket launcher that everyone gets as soon as they get it. You hear the fan? What a great skybox. More of the same light fixtures, you know, just conduit, surface mounted, blocky lights, nothing too amazing. But there's a shortcut. So one way to get into the base is obviously to come this way. There are, you know, like we said before, there are spots here where you can maintain this area and control it if you want to. You can go over to here as well and get on top of this. Whoops. There you go. And now, this is something I want to talk about as well. Now we're doing the standard traditional entry to the red flag, right? We came through here, got more ammo, went the long way to get that extra health. Flat cannon fight, hey, flat cannon space, perfect for flat cannon. My favorite gun in Unreal Tournament 99. Now, you'll see these little bend out trim pieces, right? It's smooth here, a little bit. You get hung up on this one. That's on purpose. There's a little bit of a step up. You hear that cricket? I put that there. A little bit of a hung up spot here because I want people who aren't that great to sometimes, you know, get hung up on this door frame. And there's a little door frame here, a little door frame here. The bots don't really get hung up, but it's a little bit of a pop-out door frame. And that was on purpose so people who aren't good at moving get hung up here. Now, there's water here, and you'll see the bots are really stupid. They'll in here, like, swimming around and trying to get to you. They'll, like, go straight towards you. There's really no reason for them to do that. They could just stay on the platform. But I need to have nodes in there in case they got in the water so they could get back out. Now, you can see the water, there's water here. The idea was that, you know, these other sections could be flooded. You know, there's a grate up there. God knows where it goes to. This is a spawn spot. So someone who's respawned, they got the rocket launcher, they can, I got that bounded key, what am I doing? They can start trying to help defend or go attack someone. If they got the Translocator and they're good at it, they can just throw this over here somewhere and land and just start defending again. So getting to the red flag can be a pain because you got to run down this long straight hallway, right? And Pancho's wife did a lot of the female voices in the game. Evelyn is her name. Sorry, I was taking a sip of my soda. Listen. Did you hear that droplet sound? You hear that? Dynamic sounds. Which you never hear when you're fighting and killing people. A little bit of alarm, that will go off when the flag gets captured, grabbed. If I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong. It's been a long time. So then you got to make your escape. And you got all these narrow spaces here, right? Which is great. And you got a little spot here. And there's so many people spawning, they're all collapsing on you here. It's hard to get out of this area with the red flag. If you can, you remember you can't use Translocator. If you can get to here, you're almost completely home free if you don't fall in the water like an idiot. So I'm going to pick up a translator and throw it and watch this. See, the flag gets returned. I got dropped. So it's down here now.
I've got the flag.
So people don't do this very often, but you can do tricks with the flag because unless someone touches it, it doesn't get returned. So you can drop the flag and and people act differently while the flag feels dropped, right? So you could go like this. So you could drop the flag off for someone else and have them pick it up like right in front of you or whatever. So you don't want to drop it off in the open like this. So you're going to have to move it the old school way. The reason why we chose to do the Translocator drops a flag is so people have a chance to catch you. We didn't want it to be like World of Warcraft where druids are running the freaking flag all the time in Warsong Gulch. Dun, dun, dun. It's a fun map. I enjoyed making it. Now, here's some cool trivia for you. Okay, so I set the map up with bots. And I would create special bots. You can do this too. Like one that jumpy behavior, strafing behavior, super accurate, godlike skill, all this kind of crap. And I would put all the guns. I put all the different guns in there, and I would let my machine run all night long with a 4v4, a 6v6, an 8v8 map of capture a flag all night long with no limit on the number of captures or how the time limit would be. And then a couple days later, I would run it again. I'd, okay, this 3 captures wins the game. You know, a 30-minute timer. And I would come into work in the next morning and stuff. We were in Cary at this point, and we were just using folding church tables and personal machines still. We aren't even employees yet, which is bad. But we love doing this stuff. I would do that to get a sense of the timing and the balance. So if the flag captures were close, like 1,420 to 1,375, I didn't feel like there's statistically a massive gap. And at one point, I started doing things. This area a long time ago was blocked off. Like this whole that whole hallway down there connected to stairs that went up, and this area here went straight through into this area, and the stairs were between these 2 concrete beams. But when I started playing it, it felt too linear, and so I wanted there to be different options. Like someone attacking the flag could kind of come in here and backdoor into here, a Warhammer phrase, and let the person with the rocket launcher jump out and run away and not even be revealed. Or they could kill the person with the rocket launcher, and they could go over here and get ready to go get the flag themselves, make sure they got enough stuff, talk to their teammates, get ready for pickup, and then, you know, do that. But it's much more interesting that way for them to make their escape route, right, as opposed to just it being linear. So I added this whole wing here. I left this bulkhead here to be small. I didn't want it to be a hidey hole, and added all this stuff down here to make it more interesting. So, and then raise the elevation and drop the stairs up and the stairs back down. It's a cool map. It was fun to work on. If you ever play it, it's just kind of a nightmare of bots. I could play it for you now, but you just laugh because I don't play good anymore. Do you want me to play it? Okay, I'll play it. Let's play it. Let's put some bots in here. I'm going to put lame bots in here so I don't get embarrassed. Let's put in 7 bots total, so it'll be 4 on 4. And we'll leave them at skilled. Let's put on masterful. All right, you ready? I don't want to be here.
I'm in position. Incoming! Blue leader, that point. I need some backup. Sucker. That had to hurt. Under heavy attack.
You'll probably get the flag.
Enemy flag carriers here.
We'll focus on killing them on the way back. Unless they go the long way. Hit. Thank God for the shield belt. Don't need this. Why am I even picking it up?
Anyone else want some?
Here, I was talking earlier about how I want to pick up this ammunition while I'm over here. Someone's rocket launching the crap out of the area.
Blue leader.
Whoa, shit.
Fight me.
Oh shit, I got killed. Can you believe that? In my own fucking map.
I need some backup.
Oh man, this game's actually kind of fun. Notice how that shield belt didn't get picked up? I like strafed right over it. You go kill her.
Got him.
See where she's gonna go. Yep.
Had to hurt. I'm in position.
She's in position, dude.
I'm hit. I need some backup. I just slaughtered that guy.
Sit down.
Incoming. And stay down. I need some backup. Enemy flank carrier. Fight me.
I'm on your team, idiot.
Ah. Oh shit, they got away.
Blue leader. I've got your back.
Burn, baby.
Thank God the bots are better than me.
Eat that. I need some backup. Incoming.
Hang in there.
Blue leader. I've got your back.
I'm in position.
You're done. I'm on your team. Fight me. Blue leader. I've got your back.
Ah.
There.
I'm not capturing the flag ammo, I'm just death smashing.
Fight me. I need some backup.
Dirtbag.
Heavy attack.
Oh god!
Team, idiot.
Eat that.
What the fuck? Someone killed me spamming on top of them. Oh, damn, that shit's awesome. Dude, get out of my face.
Backup. Incoming. Yeah. I'm on your team. Heavy attack. Incoming. Blue leader. I've got your
Don't have good translator control anymore, do I?
I'm in position.
Good shot.
Want some?
They were dead in midair.
Too easy.
No, you can't have that.
I'm under heavy attack.
Translator killed.
Target eliminated.
Whoa, rocket. You're not even looking at me, dude. Preloading. Oh shit, 3 of them.
Dirtbag.
I feel young again.
Die.
Oh! I turned around too late. What a dumbass.
Fight me. I'm hit. I'm hit.
Got him. Slaughter that guy.
I've got your back. I need some backup.
Sucker.
Got away.
I'm hit. I'm hit. Incoming.
Toasted.
I'm under heavy attack. I just slaughtered that guy.
Target eliminated. Burn, baby.
I'm hit. I'm hit. You like that? Incoming. I need some backup. Eliminated. Later. I've got your back.
No.
You suck.
Blue leader, I've got your back.
That had to hurt. Try turning the safety off.
Blue leader, I've got your back. I'm on your team, you idiot.
Aw, with a pistol. Come on. Well, it's low health, I think. Hey, never make your own deathmatch, but always make sure its weapons stay.
And to hurt.
That way there's always a weapon. No one wants to spawn like have no gun there. The ammunition respawns, that's fine, but weapon stay is the way to do it.
Baby.
Blue leader, I've got your back. Get your back.
Need more rockets.
Incoming.
Get this armor
Man
going.
down.
Sorry, I'm not much of a streamer.
Blue
I'm
leader.
just having too much fun. The bots always go through this way. Whoops, I spoke too soon. Good shot, dude. Whoa, hung up.
Loser.
Incoming. Man down.
You like that? Anyone else want some?
Blue leader.
That was good.
Incoming. Let's rock. Blue leader.
Under heavy attack.
Enemy
Enemy flag carrier here. I need some backup. Eat that. We've got our flag.
No, don't get hung up. Getting hung up a lot.
I'm in position.
You be dead.
Stay down.
That was dumb. Are we ever going to win this? What is the score even? It's nothing to nothing.
Got your back.
It's balanced.
Under heavy attack.
Die,
Some
bitch.
backup.
What the hell?
Burn, baby. I want your teeth, idiot. I'm hit. Shield up. You suck. Oh yeah. Under heavy
Enemy
attack.
flag carrier here.
Turn back.
Tag, you're in.
Oh, I was almost got him in the face.
Blue leader. Get your back.
I'm hit.
Incoming.
Yeah, I sure do, don't I?
I need some backup. I'm on fire. That had to hurt. Incoming! Wait, I need some backup.
Target eliminated.
You suck. I need some backup. Medic! Incoming!
Got him.
I need some backup.
Hee hee.
Sir.
Oh man. Dumb move, dude.
Blue leader, I've got your back. Super heavy attack. Get in there. Eat that. I need some backup. And straight out.
Thanks for stepping in front of it.
Incoming. Burn, baby. Incoming. I want your team, you idiot.
Oh yeah.
Heavy attack. I need some backup, sucker. Incoming! Incoming! Lighthouse.
I need some backup.
Blue leader eliminated. Enemy flank carrier here.
I'm in position. Tag, you're in.
I'm under heavy attack. Incoming! Medic!
Sit down.
Under heavy attack.
Under heavy attack.
Target eliminated. I got the flag. I'm under heavy attack. You be dead.
Let's go for the damn flag for once.
Eat that.
Oh boy.
I need some backup. Heavy attack.
Tag, you're in.
Oh Jesus. Not good. Alright, let's try that again. Let's try to cap one flag and then we'll win. And then I'll quit. Otherwise I'll play all night long. See if we can just get past everybody.
Heavy attack.
killed. Camper.
I'm in position.
Oh, yeah. Sucker! Coming! I need some backup! Got him! Enemy flag carrier is here.
I've got the flag.
I need some backup! You like that?
Too easy.
And stay down!
The backup.
Hee, I might just cap this. Don't fall in the water, dude. And don't translocate. Hee.
You be dead.
There's no one near
Let
me.
me attack down!
Got him.
Alright, I'm gonna stop the recording here. Yay. Okay. I hope you have fun watching this. I might start playing some more to get my skills back up. Let's jump out of that. So anyway, I hope you had fun with this one. Capture the Flag is very, very cool. November is a fun map. I've always really enjoyed playing it. And there's a lot of cool spaces to it. As you can see, most of the time people are just like running around like a nut and just playing crazy and just killing stuff. And people die really fast in the game. So if you like these videos, like and subscribe to my channel. You know it's mostly D&D stuff. I'm going to put lots more Unreal Tournament stuff on there. We'll talk about all the maps, stories, details, level design stuff. I might even play more often than I used to. I actually had a lot of fun doing this. I have not actually played Unreal Tournament since maybe 2005. Actually, that's not true. When I was at Ubisoft working on Legends, which is a speculative project in the Blacksmith Anvil engine, which was used to make Assassin's Creed 2 and 3, we had a Rocket Arena thing every day, and I freaking hated the shit. And I convinced them to download Unreal Tournament and play it, and we played Unreal Tournament for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. They got hooked on it, but then they went back to playing Rocket Arena because one guy didn't like it. Grumpy French Quebecer dude. Anyway, lots of fun. Man, I'm going to start playing more. This is cool. All right, guys, have fun. We'll talk to you later. Have a great night.